Okay, so I'm trying to give a commentary on the whole Oprah, Harry, Meghan interview, and I'm just going on and on and on without even making any points. Okay, let me calm down, right? First off, right, I was coming from the point, okay, I'm trying to say that. Look at this picture, right? Harry, Meghan, the royal family. Now let's not forget that this royal family happens to be Harry's family. So the royal family happens to be Meghan's in-law or in-laws. See, let's calm down, right? We all feel sorry for her and everything that she went through, because no matter how you try to demonize the royal family, the truth is the royal family is Harry's family. And it's also Meghan's family. That was where I was trying to come from. I don't think the royal family is that bad. Listen, don't come at me. Everybody's like, wow, for people that were colonizing countries and colonizing people. Listen, you know, when people make that statement of concluding or assuming the royal family is racist because of colonialism, it's just like when you're a prostitute and then you give your life to Christ, or you're an armed robber and you turn a new leaf, you repent, become a better person. Just listen to me first. Or you stop stealing, or you stop robbing, whatever it is, and then so many years down the line, someone, you know, you're in someone's house and then something gets missing, and you're like, hey, why would someone take something away from my house? And the person tells you, coming from someone that used to be an armed robber, wow. That is very derogatory. So, listen, that's why whenever people bring up these issues of racism, slavery, colonialism, these are things that have happened. There's so many things that have happened years ago. That there are so many things even black communities have done. There are so many traditions that were very there's so many. So, I don't think anybody has the monotony of doing anything so terrible to humanity. I believe in every society you will actually find something that a group of people did back then that was really inhumane, that was terrible. Are we going to kill the people today that live there because of something the other people did years ago? Especially when things have evolved, things have changed. So for me, I can't judge the royal family because of colonialism. That would be very naive and ignorant. Now, when it comes to racism, I think this term racism has become more political than ever. What does it mean to be racist? Racism is when you discriminate against people because of the color of their skin or their ethnicity. Now, if the royal family was racist, they wouldn't even let Harry marry Meghan in the first place. Because that's what it is. When people say America is a racist country, UK is a racist country, I'm like, really? How can you say that America is a racist country, UK is a racist country, and there are tons of black people in these countries coming, as in on every day we are fleeing our countries and coming in here, and yet it's a racist country? How can we even say that? Now, if you're trying to say that they are racist in these countries, yes, trust me, they are racist in Africa, they are racist in Nigeria, they are racist everywhere. That's the honest truth. If we're taking the definition of racism based on discriminating against people based on the color of their skin or their ethnicities, we are all racists. back to Igbo land. You see an Anambra woman say, we can't marry any good people, they are very insecure. Oh no, we can't marry Imo State people, they are prostitutes. We are literally discriminating against people based on what? Perhaps their culture, or perhaps even hearsay, but there's some sort of discrimination going on there. Okay, if you say it's based on minority and majority, we still do the same thing. If you go to, coming from Nigeria, if you're an Igbo person, if you to get admission in the north or in the west was very difficult if you're not from there, vice versa. It's the same thing. You're trying to get a job somewhere and it's dominated by northerners and you're from the east. It's almost impossible. So I'm trying to say these things are everywhere, but this term racism has become a very political. Listen, for all of you that are crusaders of racism, and all that. I am not saying that there is no racism. There is racism, but I believe that it's everywhere and that we are all racist. It's unfair to target a particular group of people as being majorly racist and exonerating every other person. No. If America was racist, there won't be black people in that country. If UK was racist, there won't be black people in this country. Now, when people say institutional racism, I laugh, because what is institutional racism? Racism in the institution, meaning maybe racism in the government, racism in the schools, racism. What do you call institutional racism? And we had Obama as the president of America. And when you go to the Congress, there's so many black people. You come to the UK, they've had, I don't know if it's called mayor, I don't know which position, but you've had black people occupying, taking up positions of authority or leadership. If these places were racist, you won't even get there, because the law or the rule will make it in such a way that you can't even get there. It might be such a big deal or a huge milestone for someone to actually get there, but the point is you got there. So this issue of racism is, I think we should calm down and really, if we're truly sincere about this whole racism thing, without it being political, because for some reason, the people not even think racism is about a feeling. So don't you even think that some people can just be rude? So if a white person is rude to me, I'll say he's racist. If I'm rude to a black person, then I'm rude. Or to a white person, then I'm rude. Like, these things don't make any sense. I'm probably just, I hope I'm really explaining myself well enough for people to understand me. I'm trying to say that everything doesn't have to be about race. I think the world is so advanced today that everybody literally has the opportunity to become anything. I think the world is so diverse today that anybody can live anywhere. So it feels like we're just overflogging this issue of racism, and that's the honest truth. If there's an issue, for instance, in America with the police and black people, it should be investigated. It should be handled, but not to now term everybody as racist. And let me tell you something. This thing about racism is, I think it's not that I think. We need to work on it as individuals, me and you. And we can't fight racism with racism. Because what I see black people doing today is this. We're trying to seek social justice. At the same time, we're defaulting ourselves. We're accusing the white man of being racist, and then in turn we're being racist as well. We're not going to make any headway. So this issue of racism is really, I look at everything and I'm like, I really wish that black people, because I'm a black woman, can really, I wish we can develop a different approach to all of this and stop playing the victim. People are victimized based on different things, based on anything. It's not just race. So should we neglect other levels of victimhood and just focus on only race? Okay, let me just give a scenario here, right? I mean, one of the reasons why I like the UK, I feel like everybody is just respectful. Even if somebody is racist or even if somebody is terrible, there's just this default cautiousness. Everybody respects everybody, right? Now, I've met people, white people, who are just nice. I've met people who are just rude, even though they were struggling so hard to hide it, but you could see that they are very rude. Now I can come home and say, I met this lady, she's just a racist. So how do we discriminate between when someone is actually rude, when someone has a terrible character, and when somebody is just being racist? I don't have to, hey Jennifer, I know I'm just fumbling, but I'm really struggling because I'm trying to make a point. At the same time, I'm trying not to be misunderstood, because some people just take offense so easily. People just, take offense. Everybody's like, what are you trying to talk about? Can we just calm down? Can we just calm down and hear each other out? See, if there's anything I'm saying that you don't agree with, it's fine. reach out to me, tell me, I would listen to you. We don't have to fight and struggle and argue. I think that's or you start insulting me. People just come on people's pages and start insulting them because they don't agree with them. Are we serious? Can we just be tolerant? A little bit. If I say something you don't really agree with, you can actually ignore me, or you can actually just reach out to me or say, please babe, this, I don't agree with this. I don't think this is what it really is. We don't have to fight about it, because look at me trying to talk and I'm just walking on eggshells. Let me not say it like this. Let me not say it like this. Before they will think it's like this. Before they will say I've said this. I'm just trying so hard so that I don't offend anybody. But I think that's practically impossible not to really, because these days, even ordinary good morning is very offensive.